Hi students, I think in the last session we have already discussed about what do you mean by ionic bonding and what are the factors that favors the formation of ionic bonding. Next we move on to an covalent bonding. Okay, covalent bonding, most important one, covalent bonding. What do you mean by covalent bonding? Covalent bond is formed by an mutual sharing of an electrons between the two atoms. Covalent bonds are formed by an mutual contribution of electron or sharing of an electrons. For example, consider the formation of chlorine molecule. The atomic number of this chlorine is 17 and electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and then 3s2, 3p5. And then how many valence electrons are present? Totally 5 plus 2, 7 valence electron is present. Whether this chlorine is stable? No. Okay. Therefore, for one chlorine atom, there are totally 7 valence electron is present. Similarly, for another chlorine atom, 7 valence electron is present. In order to attain the stability, both are required 1 electron. Okay. Therefore, in order to attain the stability, what can I do for that? There is a mutual sharing of an electron can easily taking place like this. There is a mutual sharing of an electrons between the two chlorine atom will be taking place. As a result, what happened? Both the chlorine can easily attain the octet rule. Here also they contain 8 electrons in an outermost shell, here also they contain 8 electrons in an outermost shell. Then this chlorine became stable. Okay. Therefore, how many sharing of an electrons will be there? Only one. Therefore, it may be also written like this, Cl single bond Cl. Okay. What do you mean by covalent bonding? Covalent bonding means the bonding formed by an mutual sharing of an electron or itself known it as covalent bonding. Example, consider formation of chlorine molecule. Okay. Here what happened? There is only one mutual sharing of an electrons will be taking place between the two chlorine atom. Therefore, both are attain the stability after sharing of an electron, resulting in the formation of single chlorine, single bond chlorine. Therefore, the covalency of chlorine atom is how much? Only 1. If there is only one mutual sharing of an electron is there, then the covalency will be only 1. Okay. What do you mean by covalency? The number of electron sharing between the another atom are itself known it as covalency. Okay. Here only one electron can easily share, therefore, covalency will be only 1. Okay. Number of sharing of an electron are itself regarded as an covalency. Number of sharing of an electron are itself known it as covalency. Here during the formation of chlorine molecule only one mutual sharing of an electron will be there, therefore, the covalency will be only 1. Similarly, consider the formation of oxygen molecule. Oxygen atomic number is 8, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. How many outermost electron is present? 4 plus 2, 6. This 6 valence electron according to Lewis dot structure, it may be represented like this. Okay. Similarly, for another oxygen atom, okay, there is a 6 valence electron is present. According to Lewis dot representation, it is represented like this. There is a mutual sharing of an electron, okay, will be taking place, because in order to attain the stability of an oxygen atom, it requires 2 electron. Similarly, for this oxygen atom also it required 2 electron. Therefore, what happened? There is a mutual sharing of an electron between the two oxygen atom will be taking place like this, resulting in the formation of oxygen, double bond, oxygen. Okay. Here how many sharing of an electrons will be there? 2 mutual sharing of an electron will be there. Therefore, the covalency will be 2. Covalency will be 2. Okay. Therefore, oxygen molecule is formed by an covalent bond, chlorine molecule is also formed by an covalent bond. In both the cases, mutual sharing of an electrons between the two atoms is taking place. If there is only one mutual sharing of an electron is there, then they form an covalency 1. If there is a 2 mutual sharing of an electron is there, then the covalency will be 2. Similarly, if there is a 3 mutual sharing of an electron is there, then the covalency is how much? 3. For example, consider the formation of nitrogen molecule. Consider the formation of nitrogen molecule. Okay, N2. Okay, this nitrogen molecule is formed by 2 nitrogen atom. For one nitrogen atom, atomic number is 7, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. How many outermost electron is present? 5. In order to attain the stability, how many electrons it requires? 3. Okay, according to Lewis structure, these 5 valence electron is represented like this. Similarly, for another nitrogen atom also, totally 5 valence electron is present. It is represented like this according to Lewis cross structure. Okay, this nitrogen required 3 electron. Similarly, this nitrogen is also required 3 electron in order to attain the stability. Therefore, what happened? There is a mutual contribution of 3 electron between the atom will be taking place like this. If this nitrogen will share 3 electron with another nitrogen, then this nitrogen can attain the stability. Okay, it can easily attain the octet rule configuration or 8 electrons in an outermost shell. Okay, here 6 plus 2, 8. Similarly, this nitrogen also share the 3 electrons with the another nitrogen atom. Again, this nitrogen is also get an stability. Therefore, nitrogen will form a triple bond with another nitrogen atom, because 3 mutual sharing of an electrons will be there, okay, resulting in the formation of covalent bonding. Okay, what is the covalency? Covalency of nitrogen is 3. Why the covalency of nitrogen is 3? Because 3 mutual sharing of an electron present in it. Okay, any doubt regarding this? Okay, please note down. Next one is, what are the structure of this nitrogen molecule, oxygen molecule and then chlorine molecule? Okay, that structure can be explained by using some parameters. That parameters may be bond length, bond order or bond angle, etc. Okay, let we move on to an bond parameters. Okay, these bond parameters are used to describe the structure of an molecule. Okay, let me see the bond parameter. What are the bond parameter can easily explain the structure of covalent molecules. Let me see. Okay, bond parameters. Bond parameters. Okay, these bond parameters are used to describe the structure of an covalent molecules accurately. Okay, what are the bond parameters? Let me see. First one is bond length, and second one is bond angle, third one is bond enthalpy, fourth one is bond order, and fifth one is resonance. Okay, these are all the bond parameters. Let me move on to an bond length. Okay, bond length. What do you mean by bond length? Bond length means it is an internuclear distance between the two atoms, or itself known it as bond length. Internuclear distance, internuclear distance, internuclear distance between two atom, between two atom, are itself known it as bond length. Okay. For example, consider chlorine molecule. You are already know that this chlorine molecule is formed by an two chlorine atom. For one chlorine atom, central nucleus is there and then electrons are revolving around the nucleus. Similarly, for another chlorine atom also, center nucleus is there and electrons are revolving around the whole nuclear system. Okay. Here, these two chlorine atoms are not stable. Okay. These two chlorine atoms are not stable. Then, in order to attain the stability, what happen? There is a mutual sharing of an electron between the two chlorine atom will be taking place. As a result, what happened? The chlorine molecule became polycentric. Okay. Polycentric means two nuclei is present in a molecule. The distance between the two nuclei are itself known it as internuclear distance, internuclear distance. These internuclear distance are itself regarded as an bond length. Okay. Bond length means it is a length between the two nuclei in an molecules, length between the two nuclei or internuclear distance, internuclear distance between the nuclei of in an molecule are itself known it as bond length. Okay. If for example, in case of an chlorine molecule, the internuclear distance is 198 picometer, 198 picometer. Therefore, the bond length is 198 picometer. Okay. Picometer means 10 to the power of minus 12 meter. 1 picometer is equal to 10 to the power of minus 12 meter. Okay. And then similarly, consider in case of an hydrogen molecule. This hydrogen molecule is also formed by an mutual sharing of an electron. Okay. After the formation of molecule, what happened? Again it became polycentric. The distance between the two nuclei are itself known it as internuclear distance. This distance are itself known it as bond length. Okay. Internuclear distance between the nuclei of an molecule, internuclear distance between the atom present in a molecule are itself known it as bond length. Okay. For this hydrogen molecule, it is 74 picometer, 74 picometer. Okay. Any doubt regarding this? Good. This bond length, higher the bond length, we can easily break the bond. Higher the bond length, we can easily break the bond. Lower the bond length, it is very difficult to break the bond. Okay. Higher the bond length, it is very easy to break the bond. Lower the bond length, it is very difficult to break the bond. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಕೋಲು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು ಮುರಿದೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಅದೇ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಮುರಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಲೆಂತ್. Okay. Bond length means it is an internuclear distance between the two atom present in an molecule, Okay. Next thing is of about bond angle. Bond angle. Bond angle means it is the angle between the orbital, angle between the orbital containing bonding electron pairs, bonding electron pair around the central atom, or itself known it as bond angle. This is the most important parameter. It can easily describe the structure of an molecule. For example, consider water molecule. The structure of water molecule will be look like this. Okay, H2O. Bond angle means it is an angle between the orbital containing bonding electron pair around the central atom. Okay, angle between the orbital containing the bonding electron pair around the central atom, or itself known it as bond angle. Okay, here water, for this water 104.5 degree, 104.5 degree, bond angle is 104.5 degree. Therefore, the molecule is bent structure, or V shape, bent structure or V shape. Similarly, consider carbon dioxide. Here carbon dioxide is formed by two mutual sharing of an electron between the two oxygen atom. Here the bond angle is 180 degree. Therefore, this carbon dioxide is linear in structure. This bond angle is linear in structure. Okay, because bond angle is 180 degree, therefore, carbon dioxide is linear in structure. Similarly, consider CH4, methane molecule. The structure of methane molecule is look like this, CH4. Okay, the bond angle HCH bond angle is, or HCH, this HCH, all the bond angle is same, that is 109 degree 28 minutes. Okay, 60 minutes, that is equal to 1 degree. Therefore, here 109 degree 28 minutes. Therefore, this CH4 molecule is tetrahedral in structure. Okay, what do you mean by bond angle? Angle between the orbital containing bonding electron pair around the central atom, or itself known it as bond angle. What do you mean by bond length? It is an internuclear distance between the two atoms present in a molecule, or itself known it as bond length. Next, we move on to an bond enthalpy. Or bond energy. Bond enthalpy is also known it as bond energy. Okay, bond energy. What do you mean by bond energy? Bond energy means it is an amount of energy required in order to break 1 mole of an bond. Okay, bond energy means it is an amount of energy required to break 1 mole of particular bond. Okay, what is bond energy? It is an amount of energy required to break 1 mole of an particular bond, or itself known it as bond energy. For example, consider hydrogen molecule. Okay, hydrogen, single bond, hydrogen will be there. Okay, if I break this bond, then result in the formation of hydrogen and then hydrogen. Okay, all are in gaseous state. Okay, in order to break this is an 1 mole of an bond. Okay, here 1 mole of an hydrogen will be there. Okay, the amount of energy required in order to break 1 mole of an bond is itself known it as bond energy. That bond energy for this hydrogen atom is of about 435.8 kilojoules per mole. Okay, that energy can be expressed in terms of an kilojoules per mole. For this hydrogen, in order to break the hydrogen molecule, ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸು 1 ಮೋಲ್ನ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 435.8 kilojoules per mole ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. Consider oxygen molecule. Okay, you are already know that oxygen double bond oxygen will be there. After removing, okay, if this is an 1 mole of an bond, double bond will be there between the two oxygen atom. Okay, this is an 1 mole of an bond. If I break this bond, it requires some amount of energy. Okay, in order to break 1 mole of an oxygen molecule, it requires 498.0 kilojoules per mole amount of energy. Okay, for this hydrogen also 1 mole of an hydrogen molecule, oxygen also 1 mole of an hydrogen molecule. But here, in order to break 1 mole of this oxygen atom, it requires 498 Kelvin, 498 kilojoules per mole energy. But in order to break 1 mole of an hydrogen, it required 435.8 kilojoules per mole energy. Okay, because here double bond is there, double bond is more. Okay, double bond is more compared to that of a single bond. Therefore, bond length will be very less in case of an oxygen. Okay, once the bond length is less, it is not very easy to break the bond. Therefore, it requires higher energy. Therefore, the amount of energy required in order to break the 1 mole of an oxygen should be very high because double bond. Okay, here therefore, it requires 498.0 kilojoules per mole amount of energy. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ 1 ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 435.8 kilojoules per mole ಎನರ್ಜಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಟೂ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್. Okay, once the bond between the two oxygen atom is very strong, in order to break the bond, it requires high energy. Therefore, the energy is 498.0 kilojoules per mole. Similarly, consider nitrogen molecule. In case of a nitrogen molecule, nitrogen triple bond nitrogen will be there. Again, in order to break the bond between the two nitrogen, okay, between the two nitrogen, it is of about 946 kilojoules per mole, 946 kilojoules per mole. Again still it requires higher energy because triple bond is there. Once the triple bond is there, there is a 3 mutual sharing of an electron. Therefore, the bond between the two nitrogen is very strong. Okay, therefore, it requires high energy. Okay, bond length is inversely proportional to an bond energy. Okay, bond length BL is inversely proportional to an bond energy, bond dissociation energy or bond energy. Okay, lower the bond length, higher will be the bond enthalpy, lower the bond length, higher will be the bond enthalpy. Okay, bond length ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಾಂಡ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇತ್ತು ಆದಾಗ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಡಿಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ವೇರೀಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ಟೂ ಆಟಮ್. Okay, here less force of attraction will be there compared to oxygen. Here less force of attraction will be there compared to that of a triple bond. Okay, ಮೂರು ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಎರಡು ಆಟಮ್ಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಎರಡು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ನಡುವೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್, the force of attraction is very less in case of an oxygen. Okay, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ triple bond which requires more dissociation energy or more bond energy compared to that of a double bond. Double bond requires more energy compared to that of a single bond. Therefore, bond length is inversely proportional to an bond energy. This is regarding bond energy. Okay, this is regarding homonuclear molecule. In case of an heteronuclear molecule, we are using average bond energy. Okay. In case of an heteronuclear molecule, we are using average bond dissociation energy. Okay. Average bond energy. Okay. This average bond energy is for polyatomic molecules. For example, consider water. In water, what happened? First, they can be split up into OH and then hydrogen. The bond dissociation energy for this will be 502 kilojoules per mole. 502 kilojoules per mole. Similarly, again we want to break the bond between oxygen and then hydrogen. Okay. In order to break the bond, it requires 427 kilojoules per mole. Okay. Then average bond dissociation energy or average bond enthalpy is 502 plus 427 divided by 2. Okay. Then what is the expected value? 464.5 kilojoules per mole. Okay. This is an bond dissociation energy in case of an water molecule. In case of an polyatomic molecules, we are using average bond energy or average bond dissociation enthalpy. Okay. This is regarding bond enthalpy or bond energy. Next, we move on to an bond order. Next, we move on to an bond order. What do you mean by bond order? Bond order means it is an number of bond present between the two atoms in an molecules. Number of bond formed between the two atoms are itself known it as bond order. Okay, bond order means number of bond formed between the two atoms. Okay, number of bond formed between the two atoms are itself known it as bond order. For example, consider hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen molecule is formed by only one mutual sharing of an electron. Okay, how many bond is present between the two hydrogen? Only one. Therefore, bond order is only one. Okay, how many number of bond is there? Only one between the two atoms. Similarly, consider oxygen molecule. Oxygen molecule is formed by two mutual sharing of an electron. Oxygen, double bond, oxygen. Therefore, what is the bond order? 2. Bond order is 2 because there is a two mutual sharing of an electron will be present. Similarly, consider nitrogen molecule. Nitrogen molecule is formed by 3 mutual sharing of an electron. Nitrogen, triple bond, nitrogen. Therefore, what happened for the bond order? How many number of bonds exist between the two nitrogen atom? 3. Therefore, bond order is 3. Okay. What do you mean by bond order? Bond order means it is a number of bond formed between the two atoms in an molecules. Okay. Next, isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species which is having identical bond order. Isoelectronic species means what? Same number of electron containing molecules. Okay. if the same number of electron present in a molecule, then they are all having identical bond order. For example, consider fluorine molecule and then O2 minus molecules. Okay. In fluorine molecule, how many number of electron is present? Okay. Atomic number is 9 for fluorine, the same number of electron is present, that means 9. Here 2 fluorine atom is present, therefore 9 plus 9, 18 electron in case of an fluorine. Similarly, oxygen molecule, how many number of electron is present on the oxygen atom? 8. Okay. 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 2 minus 2 electron, that is equal to again 18 electron. Okay. Illi for one oxygen atom 8 electron is present, for 2 oxygen atom again 16 electron, we are adding 2 more extra electron, 2 minus 18 electron. Therefore, these two are the identical bond order, because these two are isoelectronic species, same number of electron containing species. Therefore, the bond order is equal to 1. Bond order is only 1. Okay. Similarly, in case of an nitrogen molecule and then carbon monoxide and then NO plus nitronium ion. Okay. In all these cases, they contain same number of electron, that is here 8 plus 6, 14, here also 14, here also 14 electron, 14 electron. Therefore, these three are the isoelectronic species. Isoelectronic species means same number of electron containing molecule. Therefore, the bond order for this will be 3, because for nitrogen the bond order is 3. Similarly, these two are the isoelectronic species, or these two are the isoelectronic with nitrogen. Therefore, the bond order is obviously 3. Okay. Isoelectronic species is always having an identical bond order. Okay. Same number of electrons molecules galalittu anta helidaga different molecules alli bond order same irutte. Okay. Next one is resonance. Next one is resonance. What do you mean by resonance? Okay, you already know that single Lewis structure cannot describe the molecule accurately. Single Lewis structure cannot represent the molecule accurately. However, the number of structure with similar energy, similar position of a nuclei are considered into an canonical structure of an hybrid. This hybrid will decide the structure of a molecule accurately. Therefore, that canonical structure are itself known it as resonance. Okay, what do you mean by resonance? The single Lewis structure cannot describe the molecule accurately. The number of structure with similar energy, similar position of a nuclei are considered to an canonical structure. This canonical structure will describe the molecule accurately, are itself known it as resonance. More the resonating structure, more stable is an compound. For example, consider simple molecule benzene. Okay, the structure of benzene is look like this, C6H6. Okay, this is the structure of benzene. Is it or not? This pi electron is delocalized over the ring. Therefore, this bond may be moved towards like this bond is moved towards like this bond is moved towards like this. As a result, what happened? Resulting in the formation of again the another structure. Again this structure is known it as benzene. Therefore, actual structure of benzene is resonance hybrid of all these two structure. Therefore, that resonance hybrid may be represented like this. The 0 indicate that in an benzene ring indicate that delocalized pi electron. That means, the electron is not present in an one position, it is revolving around the ring. Okay. Similarly, consider CO3, this is the resonating structure of benzene. Similarly, consider CO3 2 minus, CO3 2 minus. You are already know that we can the Lewis dot structure for this carbonate is look like this: C double bond O, single bond O, here minus charge, here also minus charge. Okay. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, here how many electrons is present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This bond is moved towards like this. Okay. Once the bond formation is occur, carbon valency is how much? 4. In order to attain the valency 4, this bond is moved towards this oxygen atom. As a result, what happened? Resulting in the formation of oxygen minus, after gaining of electron, resulting in the formation of 6 electron, here single bond, C double bond O, here 6 electron became equal to 4 electron, and then here oxygen remains as it is. Here also they contain negative charge. It is also an Lewis structure of carbonate ion, it is also an Lewis structure of an carbonate ion. Similarly, again there is another possibilities are there, Okay. This bond can be moved towards like this, okay, and this bond is moved towards like this. As a result, what happened? Again we are getting the same carbonate ion, okay. C single bond O, here double bond O, and then here single bond O, here negative charge will be there, here also negative charge, here 2 lone pair of electron, here totally 6 electron, here also 6 electron. Okay, these are all the Lewis structure for the same carbonate ion. Okay, ಈ ಮೂರು ಕೂಡ ಕಾರ್ಬೊನೇಟ್ ಅಯಾನ್ದು ಲೀವಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ. ಬಟ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೀವಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ದ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ಲಿ. ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರೇ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ದ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಲೀವಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ದಿ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರೇ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಬೊನೇಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನ. ಓಕೆ ಮೂರು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ಓಕೆ ಸಾರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್. ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್, ಕಾರ್ಬೊನೇಟ್ ಅಯಾನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ 2- ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಓಕೆ therefore these are all the resonating structure of an carbonate ion. Okay, what do you mean by resonance? The single Lewis structure cannot describe the molecule accurately. The number of structure for the same molecule with the same position of a nuclei are considered into an canonical structure of an hybrid. That hybrid will describe the molecule accurately. Therefore more the resonating structure, more stable is an compound. Okay, more the resonating structure, more the resonating structure more stable is an compound. More stable is an compound. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ರೆಸೊನೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಅವುಗಳು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಮೀಟರ್ಸ್. ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಕೋವಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ and formation of covalent molecules by taking an example like hydrogen and chlorine molecule and then nitrogen molecule, and also in order to explain the structure of this covalent molecule, we required some bond parameters. What are the bond parameters? First one is bond length, and second one is bond angle, and third one is bond dissociation enthalpy or bond energy or bond enthalpy, and fourth one is bond order, and fifth one is resonance. Okay, these are all the things we have discussed in today's session. Okay, thank you.